So I asked my viewers what they wanted to see this month, and the response was more fall cocktails. And then David from Booze on the Rocks said he wanted a fall cocktail with maple syrup. So here we go. Here is a maple cinnamon sour. Just for you, David. Alright, let's give it a taste first, and wow, it's that richness of the maple syrup and the cinnamon. It's very sweet, but we used a cask strength whiskey to kind of cut through some of that sweetness. Wow, this just works. A really great sour for the fall season. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you're not already. Click that bell, get notified. Alright, let's make it. So we're using real Canadian maple syrup, of course, and we're using a local corn whiskey that is cask strength. Use any whiskey you want. You can go rye, you can go bourbon. Because we're using a lot of sweetness, though, I definitely recommend using a higher proof whiskey. So half an ounce of maple syrup goes into the mixing glass. We're starting with our syrups because they're thick, and we want the rest of the other ingredients to catch all the residue in the jigger. Second is going to be half an ounce of cinnamon syrup. So we are going a full ounce of syrups of sugar here. You can definitely dial that back if you want slightly less sweet. I'm going full ounce of lemon juice next. But that's why we chose cask strength, because we got a full ounce of sugar. So we want something pretty strong. So this is 2 ounces of our whiskey. This is Last Straw. This is a Canadian corn whiskey. It is cask strength at 64%. So that's really gonna cut through that sweetness and give us a nice, strong whiskey flavor. But yeah, like I said, use any whiskey you got. All right, after that, we're gonna use an egg white, because this is a sour, and I do like sours with egg white. Go ahead and use another foaming agent, maybe aquafaba or one of those foaming bitters, whatever you want. Now, David from Booze on the Rocks usually shoots the egg yolk and then chases it with some 151. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna give it to Odin. Odin loves eggs. Yummy. Oh, good boy. All right, back to it. We're gonna reverse dry shake our drink today, which means we're going to start the shaking process with some ice. Then after a good shake, we're gonna remove the ice, continue shaking to really froth up the egg, and then we can do a straight dump into our glass because we won't have any ice to strain out. All right, flippy move, and let's begin the first process of shaking with ice. So I get about 20 seconds here. You want a good shake when you're doing an egg white shake. We already got some good foam going on there. Excellent. And then we're going to strain that back into our mixing glass. Don't lose any foam. All right, and we're going to dump out the ice and reseal the tin and shake away a second time. So reverse dry shake. I don't see a big difference personally. I just find that when you reverse dry shake, you don't have to strain at the end, so you don't mess up your foam. Serving in a nice stemmed glass. You can serve in a stemmed or a rocks. No set rules for sours. And then we're gonna pour it in, straight dump, and then we're just gonna wait because that foam is gonna settle. And you can see the separation happening there, just topping it off a little more. And there you go. Beautiful drink. Look at that. Look at that nice foam, nice separation. That means we got a good shake, really emulsified that egg. All right, for garnish, we're gonna do some cinnamon dust, but we're gonna do this trick I used in a little previous video where we kind of put a sheet of paper with a hole cut in, and then we're gonna put a nice little stripe on top. I think it looks really nice. And there it is, the cinnamon maple sour. As I mentioned earlier, just a really rich, flavorful sour, especially if you're using a cask strength. If you're not, I would dial back the sugar a little bit. So give this one a try, guys. I highly recommend it. We'll see you next time. Cheers.